Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. Now the Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I am sending you to Jesse the Bethlehemite. For I have provided for myself a king among his sons." And Samuel said, "How can I go? If Saul hears it, he will kill me." But the Lord said, "Take a heifer with you and say, 'I have come to sacrifice to the Lord.' Then invite Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show you what you shall do. You shall anoint for me the one I name to you." So Samuel did what the Lord said and went to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming and said, "Do you come peaceably?" And he said, "Peaceably. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice." Then he consecrated Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. So it was, when they came, that he looked at Eliab and said, "Surely the Lord's anointed is before him." But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 1 through 7. It is just as wrong to judge anything by externals as it is to judge a book by its cover. It is wrong to judge a person by externals. One may look like an insignificant character and yet turn out to be a great person. William Wilberforce, who was responsible for the freeing of the slaves throughout the British Empire, was weak in health, insignificantly small in body, and without any external attractions. Boswell heard him speak, and after that experience Boswell said, "I saw what seemed to be a shrimp mount upon the table, but as I listened, he grew and grew until the shrimp became a whale." It is always wrong to judge someone by his personal appearance, by his clothes, or even by his physical stature. These are but the external accidents beneath which there lies the real person. It is wrong to judge a church by externals. A stately building or a noble ministerial staff does not make a church. It must always be remembered that in the New Testament itself, the word church never means a building, but always means a company of men and women who have given their hearts and lives to Jesus Christ. That is not to say that we must not strive to give to God the best that the hand and the mind can contrive, but it is to say that many and many a time there is a more vital church in some tin tabernacle than in some magnificent edifice. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus most penetratingly puts externals in their proper place. It is not enough, he says, not to murder. We must never even feel anger in the heart. It is not enough not to commit adultery. The unclean desire must never even enter our heart. This is the test by which we are all judged, and by which we all fail. Few of us have hit another person, but what Jesus says is that we must never even have the wish to strike. Few of us have committed adultery, but Jesus says that no unclean desire must ever enter the heart. What about you today? Are you guilty of paying too much attention to externals in others as well as in yourself? The demand of Jesus is that not only outward conduct, but also innermost thoughts must stand the scrutiny of God. Only He can enable us to meet His own demand. Will you allow Him to work on your heart today? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.